Would you like to learn whether the allowance you receive from your employer is subject to tax? On this week's Talk Tax, we will be talking about taxable and non-taxable allowances. I am Carolita Edwards. Let's talk tax. An allowance is a fixed amount of money or a benefit in kind given to an employee periodically in addition to their salary for the purpose of meeting some specific requirements connected with the service rendered by the employee or to compensate the employee for some unusual conditions of employment. Many employers often use allowances as a creative way to increase the remuneration of staff in order to avoid the payment of income tax. However, the Guyana Revenue Authority would like to remind employers that any amount included in an employee's remuneration is taxable unless it is specifically exempt by law. In Guyana, remuneration includes salaries, wages, overtime, leave pay, sick bonus, stipend, commission, or other payment of any kind for services, director's fees, retiring allowances, etc., whether paid in money or otherwise, arising or accrued in or derived from or received in Guyana. The law makes it clear that the following allowances are exempt from the payment of income tax: allowance granted for medical or dental expenses, or for any passage to or from Guyana to a full-time service director, subsistence, traveling, entertainment, or expense allowance, vacation allowance not exceeding 1 month's gross salary, medical discharge, severance pay benefit, or station allowance. In view of this, if an employer pays an employee any of these allowances, no income tax should be deducted. Further, non-taxable allowances such as traveling, subsistence, entertainment, and expense allowances are given for the performance of official duties and are exempt from income tax only if it is proved to the satisfaction of the Commissioner General that such allowances were utilized for the purpose it was given.
Need to apply for a taxpayer identification number or TIN from the GRA? Here is what you'll need: ID or passport and proof of address. This can be a utility or internet bill, renter's receipt, or a mail bearing GPO's official stamp. Provide the original and copy of these along with the completed application form. It costs $1,000 for a new TIN and $2,000 to reprint a lost or damaged TIN. GRA, your partner in development.
Welcome back. We are talking about taxable and non-taxable allowances. Let's now examine what allowances are deemed taxable. Taxable allowances include duty allowance, acting allowance, overtime allowance, risk allowance, and responsibility allowance. Therefore, if an employee receives an overtime allowance of $100,000, this amount is deemed part of that employee's remuneration. Hence, this amount must be added to the employee's salary and be taxed at 28% or 28 and 40% where applicable. Moreover, employers are reminded that it is their duty to ensure that any allowance granted to their employees is correctly classified and that the correct amount of income tax is calculated, deducted, and remitted to the GRA at the stipulated deadline. The Guyana Revenue Authority takes this opportunity to encourage employers to make contact with us if clarity is needed regarding allowances. Feel free to contact the Tax Advisory Services section on telephone number 227-6060, extension 8000. You can email them at taxadvisory@gra.gov.gy for more information. We'll talk again on the next Talk Tax.